So we just finished season 1 of Chainsaw Man. So I thought it would only make sense to do a tier maker, ranking all my favorite characters, or just ranking characters I like the most from the least. So we're just gonna do that. Hopefully you could comment your thoughts below on if you think I'm an idiot or if you agree with some of my concepts. Let's get started. I mean, some of these characters were only in the last episode or barely in at all, so they're gonna get shitty rankings for the moment. So we'll just start top to bottom, left to right, and then go from there. The first we have is the Bat Devil. I don't know. I might go B tier. Cause I liked when he was in it and how he was involved. He wasn't in it for a long time, so I feel like he was a cool cosmetic villain. He looked cool. His powers and abilities were cool. His voice acting was okay for English dub, but I liked how he used power to like bring him humans so he could feed on them because he was in a weak state and everything. So I kind of liked his little aspect in the plot, and then it helped build a better relationship between Power and Denji anyways. So I liked him. I forget the cat's name. So yeah, he's going B tier for me. He's dead, so that's as high as he's going. And then I'm just gonna put, I don't know, I'll put C or B. B for the cat, because the cat was adorable. I love cats. I mean, I like all pets. I was initially a dog person, and then once I got cats, I really became a cat dad. So cats have grown on me, and I like them a lot. So the cat is cute. It was cute to see Power have a thing for cats and like cats, especially this one being like pretty anorexic, and then with Power taking care of it and getting really fattened up. So also just B. I mean, it's no point of the, not a huge point of the plot. It's a little bit of plot driven to help Power and Denji's friendship relationship bond more and everything, because Denji had Pochita and she had the cat. So yeah, I'll put B tier. The cat might be more involved later on, but I have no idea. What is this? This is like the leech devil. I'll put, I don't know how I feel about the leech devil, because it was very interesting to look at. It was, yeah, an interesting villain, a cool villain, but they only lasted 1 episode. I think the Bat Devil lasted 2 episodes, and they were dating. I would not want to see their offsprings. It was cool fight scene and everything, but honestly, I probably enjoyed Denji and the Bat Devil's fight more. It was just, I don't know, I just liked it a lot more. They had more engagement with each other, dialogue, argument, and sound effects. So yeah, I think she's D level. So we got the Fox Devil going A. I really like the concept. Every time they're in the scene, it's fucking awesome. So they're barely in the scene for the most part, but I'm gonna go A because it's just badass. Like every time I see this now, I just think of every moment that comes in and just tears shit up, and it's always like a 1-bite kill. So and it looks badass. So it's a part of Aki too, and I love Aki, so it's A tier for me. It just looks super sick. I mean, it's not involved a lot, but when it is involved, it cleans up like it easily without struggle. So I'm gonna go A for that. I think it's Kobani. I'm gonna put A for Kobani. Surprisingly, if you've watched my videos, you will really see how much I really hated her in the hotel episodes. Like, I really wanted her to get killed, to be offed, just get rid of her from the show. But I think it was the last 2 or 3 episodes of the show, she really had a strong comeback, like pulling those fucking abilities out of her ass somewhere. Like, she was a boss. She was like one of the only ones besides Denji and Power and Aki to make it from like the Squadron 4 or something team. So yeah, I just really didn't like her. But since she had that quick character change in development, um, I think she's gonna be a pivotal character going into like season 2 and in the manga. I haven't read the manga, um, but when I was shitting on her, some people were commenting about not slandering her, so I figured by then she was at least somewhat a good or important character later on. And then I got to see that later in the season. So I do like her. She's growing on me as like a supporting character, so hopefully she gets better and better throughout. But I would say, nah, she's not A. She's B. Yeah, definitely B. I might be readjusting these over time because A's are still really good in my eyes. Like I like A's a lot, and I just she is cool now, but just haven't had enough time of really enjoying her a lot like that. So I'm gonna put her on B. This guy, I forget his fucking name. 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. And I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's like Hirokazu or something like that. I would put him C. I mean, I liked him, but not enough. And unfortunately, he died. Like he is a good guy. Like he's a good guy. He's really nice, but I feel like he's just too weak and emotional for that workplace. So he really shouldn't have picked up being an agent for them, like trying to kill devils and all that, because he just can't handle it. So I'm gonna put C. Yeah, because he didn't turn out to be a badass like Bonnie. So he can't be a B level. He's definitely C. And unfortunately he got killed. But he was a nice guy, but sometimes being a nice guy isn't gonna help you out. So he's definitely C tier. And then we have Amina. Easily A. Easily A. At first I thought she was a silly character, so I thought she was like okay and everything, but once she was more involved, you get the backstory with her and Aki of how they first met, their relationship, and then even after she, like when she died and when she was like sacrificing herself to save Aki, like ugh, that was emotionally pulling on my strings because like I was really invested and I was shipping her and Aki really hard. So it sucks that she had to die, but it really made a good part of the show like enjoyable in terms of emotional aspect. And you always need that. You always need important characters to like die and have like those sad, powerful moments that would help push other main characters forward and become better selves. So unfortunately she was that. But I did like her a lot, and she grew on me, especially after she died. Like all the moments that like Aki was having memories of her, and like getting the letters from her younger sister, and like the little cigarette that she promised Aki to smoke, and all the little things that kept on adding up even after she was dead. Like I really liked her as a character. So like she had a great story for season 1. I mean, that's all she's gonna have because she's dead, but she was a really good character that grew on me pretty quick. I think she came in like episode 6 or 5, maybe 4, 5 or 4. But yeah, she was a solid character, and I still feel bad for Aki. Next would be Aki's brother. He's just a D tier. No offense to him. He wasn't in the show a long time, and that's because he was killed as a kid by the Gun Devil. So no hard feelings for him. Know nothing about him except his hands get cold, and he was the younger brother. That's about it. I think it's Kishibe, something like that. I think it's Kishibe. I like him a lot. He hasn't been in the show a lot, but I feel like he's gonna be like that. Well, it's already shown that he's that hardcore personality, mentor / tutor type guy. So I like him a lot. He's human, but he's like apparently the best devil slayer in the world. And he kind of has proved it so far by kicking the shit out of Power and Denji on the daily almost all day. And I really enjoy his dialogue and just how he engages with them. And even though he is a constant drunk, I really like his personality and style of a person. Um, and I just love how he fucks with Denji and Power. And like just their goal every day, like no matter what, like even if he puts his guard down, for them to try and kill him or have him begging for mercy. And then once he gets like that, then they're truly like badasses. But until they get to that point, they got to keep trying to kill him. So I really like this character a lot. I didn't think, like at first when I saw the trailers, I thought he was going to be a bad guy. I think Makima is pretty sketchy. I like how he's just calling her out on her bullshit so far. And he doesn't trust her at all. So I think he's like really a good guy in looking out for, because he said like he doesn't care as, because he challenged Makima on like her knowing that many like there would be many casualties in the situation that happened with all those people getting killed and assassinated, calling her out that she knew about it, and she's like, no, I had no idea. But like he's like, I don't care how many people die as long as it's like for the good of humanity. Deep down he's a holistic good guy, hoping for the best for humanity over devils, and he hates devils, even though some devils are good like Denji and kind of Power. But yeah, I like him a lot so far, and he hasn't been involved a lot, so I think I'm really gonna like him overall. The Eternity Devil, yeah, D tier. I thought they were kind of silly for the most part, not really an important factor to the show, even though like the main plot was for them to get out of the hotel building, and killing it would acquire a piece of the bullet gun devil. So yeah, I thought it was pretty unique, but in terms of the plot and writing, it was just more of like an action sequence between them and Denji. So yeah, D tier wasn't a crazy villain. I don't know, Denji's an A tier for me. He's not S tier because I do like him a lot. He's the main character of the show and manga, but right now he's just A tier for me. And he does have a bad backstory compared to most people, and he was struggling and all that, but I feel he still has it pretty made, and he's in a good spot. I mean, fortunately he got lucky of meeting Pochita, and Pochita joining with him to give him the special abilities and all that. I like him. He's super funny. I mean, we have similar personalities and how we view stuff. Sometimes it's just hard to take him serious as a serious character, because like right now he really, like Aki calls him out, like he has no main agendas or no main motives or anything. He just wants to keep enjoying the lifestyle he has. So like he has no ambition or initiatives or anything like that. He's 16, so it makes sense. Like he's a 16-year-old just trying to have fun. So maybe down the road, having more shit happen, he will start to gain more feelings and emotions back. But I do like him a lot. His powers are cool. His fighting's awesome. I love his dialogue and comedy aspects. But so far he's A tier for me. Pochita, let's see. I might move Pochita to A because he's definitely better than these three. I like Pochita a lot. Pochita's hardly been involved. I mean, besides considering the fact he's a part of Chainsaw Man, but for the most part, it's Denji's dialogue and everything. Pochita's hasn't been involved a lot, but he's so freaking adorable, and I just like him a lot. I'm gonna put him A tier. Makima, she might be S. Not because I like her a lot. I think I like her a lot in terms of a villain, because I don't think she's good, and I don't know if she's bad. There's a lot of unknown things about Makima, and like noticing the power complex she has around other people, because like at the end of the season, like everyone was afraid of Makima. She just has some like scary aspect to her. Like all of her employees, like the agent people who kind of worked for her and like were meeting her up in, I forget, Tokyo or something. I forget where they met, but like they were all afraid of her. Like people who are on the same side as her are afraid of her. She just has that like aurora where like they don't know about Makima and they don't want to like piss her off or anything. How she's been killing people from afar, just like Death Note style, super cool. But I do think she will become a villain. So that's why I'm putting her S tier, because she's like one of those villains who don't really come out as a villain, like Griffith from Berserk, for example. He's a hardcore villain, but if you watch like the 3 movies series, like you think he's the good guy. Like you're like, wow, I like Griffith a lot. Like he's a great guy. But then like deep down, once you really learn more about him and like he gets that opportunity to get what he wants, he's always been the villain, but he's just been hiding it. So I think that's a similar concept with maybe Maka. Like she's playing the nice card with everyone to try and get what she wants, but then once she's at that point, like she's gonna turn into a big crazy bitch probably. She has the potential to be a great villain if she is playing that long game wild card, to really just using everyone to really get what she wants. Tomato Devil, they were just in the first episode and dead. And I think this is like, I can't tell by the picture, but this is like the jelly devil that Denji killed when he was a kid with Pochita, like the first demon he killed. Devil D tier. I don't even know the name of this one. Zombie Devil? Yeah, I guess it's Zombie Devil. I'd put it C. Well, unfortunately, like it killed Denji and Pochita, and it was very sad. Like it was a very sad moment. So like they had some good relevance. They had great relevance to the plot and building up who Pochita and Denji become as characters, and that was like his first boss fight. So it was pretty cool. So I'd put them as a C level tier because they had some importance. My favorite character, like of all time for Chainsaw Man, is Aki. Like S tier. I'm gonna put in order. Like Aki, oh my god. If you watched my reactions for the show and everything, like you could see me fangirling over him for most of the show, just because I like his cosmetics. I like how like he handles himself and his personality style and how he is about like work and business and like his priorities and everything. And like I like his English voice actor. So I don't know the voice actor at all, but like I like the voice for Aki for the English dub. Like it just sounds so good. The fact that like he's fucking using a katana. So like besides all of his cosmetics and appearance, like I think he is the most like deep character so far in the show and has like the most background story and depth as a character, because like he has so much loss going on, and the thing is like he's a human character, and half of these people are superpowers or devils and all that, and like he went through so much and he's still fighting to like get revenge, and like he knows that he's limited on his capabilities and his powers, but he doesn't care about the odds. Like even if the odds are lower, he knows he's gonna lose. Like all that matters to him as long as is that he keeps going. So he keeps that drive to like keep trying to get revenge for his family and fallen people in Himeno. So like his ethics and everything's really great. So him as a character I really like, and like the fucking like him making 3 deals with 3 separate devils is crazy, like crazy cool too. So it's really cool. Like he, so far that I know, he has the most deals with the most devils and like the most hardcore background as a character, and he's came a long way. Like he's lost so many people in his life, like partners, family, friends, all of that, but he keeps going and fighting. So like I really like Aki a lot. Hopefully he doesn't have a bad don't spoil this for me, please, but hopefully he doesn't have a bad ending or outcome as a character. So I was super glad to see he made it past season 1, because I really thought he was a goner. He got worked on several times, and like he did work on the samurai katana devil guy, so that was awesome, because like he's just a normal guy with a katana sword fucking up another devil. So Aki's a beast. His fighting style and just how he acts, like I like him a lot. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck with Power between S tier and A tier, because I like Power a lot, and she's probably the funniest character in the show for me. Like she provides the most humor. I love her Renaissance vocabulary, just how she talks about everything. Like it really cracks me up. And I do like her a lot as a character. She's had some decent character development. I mean, a little bit, but she's grown a good bit. And I love her buddy cop mentality with Denji, just how they interact all the time. Actually, yeah, because we're gonna go this, and then this, and then this. Yeah, that order. Probably her like that. That's about right. And like that. That's about right. That's about right. Yeah, so we'll do it in that priority. Left top to bottom, left to right. I think that makes sense. She's in front of Denji. She's in front of Denji. She's in front of Power. Yeah, like this is hard. It really is. I do like Power a lot. I just don't think she's S tier. She's also like Denji, like young, dumb, just doesn't really care at the moment. I mean, but she's more devilish than Denji was. Denji was a human for a good while. I think she's A tier for now. Like, I'm not a diehard fan for her, but she's not a complex enough character either. The Jello, I think that's Jello Devil. D. What's this person's name? Yeah, so this person, I forget who it was. I remember the episode they were all drinking and hanging out and getting food together and all that, and kind of had to drink off. But according to this thing I have pulled up, they are a brown-haired division member. So I'm gonna put D because they were hardly in the show, hardly involved, and I think they were killed off. I think he was killed off too. That's Fushi. And I think this one is the one that lived. Madoka told Makima, like, he turned in his resignation letter. I don't know how Makima's gonna take that. I could see her killing him or offing him. I don't know what's gonna happen with him, but turned in his resignation letter and he does not want to be a part of that shit anymore, which I don't blame him. And then we have the Katana Samurai Devil. Denji calls him Sideburns all the time. I guess he doesn't have a name. Yeah, so far it looks like they just call him like the Samurai Sword. Katana Devil, Samurai Devil, one of those. I'm gonna put him A tier because honestly, he was barely in the show, but first of all, he's fucking badass as the Katana / Samurai Devil. Like, his fighting styles, love it. Like, I love it when he does that pause, his charge up, and then just boom, basically teleports, but just because he moves so fast and he cuts everyone in half every time. So I love his fight styles, especially the fight he had between him and Denji. So like, he's a really cool cosmetic character, and I think this is just like projections and theories, but like I think he's gonna serve a good important character going forward into the story because he hasn't had a lot of time in here. But like he brings up Grandpa, which is his grandpa, and I forget his fucking name. Yakuza. Yep, that's Yakuza. So his grandpa Yakuza. So I think this is gonna be like that perspective concept where like he thinks he's the good guy and that Denji's the villain, and Denji thinks he's the good guy and he's the villain. So I think it's one of those perspective things. So I think he has more complexity as a character than we really think he does at the moment, because right now, like, every interaction they've had, he thinks that Denji killed his grandpa and all of the people and like was the main reason they all died, and like thinking that Denji was a bad guy. So I think there's a bigger picture and more complexity to like all of this than what we know so far in terms of the viewers who only watch season 1 so far, because I know there's a lot of manga readers and everything out there. So I think he has a lot more complexity as a character to learn to discover about so far, and they'll probably team, I don't know, it would be cool to see them team up to fight someone else, but I think he serves the Gun Devil. So I don't know if he is or isn't a good guy at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna put him A tier. Then we have Yakuza, the grandpa. I'll put him C tier because he had pretty good relevance. Actually, I'm gonna put him right behind Denji, grandpa in the front. I did like him as like a villain, like a plot twist concept to the show, because if you see my reactions for episode 1, I was like, oh shit, like the whole time, and really surprised that he killed Denji, or got Denji and Pogita killed and everything, but he was controlled by the zombie devil. So I really don't know, but I'm interested in the complexity again, how he ties in with his grandson. I'm running out of oxygen. Is the cursed devil for Aki? I don't know, I'll probably put it B. I like the interesting concept with Aki using the katana samurai sword, and every time he uses it, it takes away his like X amount of years of his life. So like really seeing Aki using the sword to fight the samurai devil was really cool, because he counted every like how many times he used it, or he did a countdown for using it, and then later like talked to asking how many years he had left. So I really like the concept in general of like you using a weapon, but every time you use it, it takes your life away by X amount of years. So I think it's a really cool concept. Haven't seen a lot of the devil itself, just some of its interactions with Aki, but I do like it a great bit. What is this? Akani? Something like that. I think it's Akani. I don't know, to be honest. We'll go bottom of B. I do like her a good bit above the cat, but like she hasn't been involved much at all. She's cool. Like she seemed like she was training or educating the samurai devil when he was fighting Aki. So like she was giving feedback to his fight style and just how he was handling the situation. So she seemed like she had more under her belt and some expertise. And she like similar powers to Aki, but controlling like the giant snake devil. So I would like to know more about her, but she hasn't done a lot in the show. But I think she's a very interesting, powerful character. I don't know the relevance, because I don't know if she really got killed or not, because that was Makima relaying the story that they arrested her. They were walking her through the hotel, and then the giant snake came through the wall and bit her fucking head off. And she was like, it could have been like a contract deal that she had for the snake to eat her, or she just decided she wanted to kill herself that way. But I think there's more to that, because I don't know, she seemed like a good character, and like she had like no depth really in the story so far, and they offed her up pretty quickly. So I think she might not be dead. I think that's just like Makima maybe telling the story that she was dead to help with the plot, but they probably faked her death or something. Low on B tier, because I think she's gonna have she's still gonna be in season 2. Snake Devil, D. Barely an engagement. Super cool though, but can't compete against the Fox Devil yet, and they're villains, so they could suck a butt. They killed off essentially like Himeno. And then we have the Ghost Devil. I would say high C. It's funny because that's a drink. But I would say Ghost Devil's a high C tier. Nah, I'm gonna put it low B, to be honest. I did like the devil bit, and it was very interesting, because it was a part of Himeno. Like it took Himeno's eye to like have the contract deal and work with her, and like so I like the ghost hand concept a lot. It was really cool. But then like to build along the plot, with like Himeno made a deal with it to like sacrifice her whole self to try to have it save Aki, so Aki wouldn't die. But then that didn't fall through, but it's still like the devil still like fell through with delivering the cigarette from Himeno after she died to Aki, which I thought was really cool, and I liked that a lot in the story when it happened and everything in the anime. So, and then that helped Aki defeat the ghost devil and then arrest Akane, whatever her name is. But yeah, so I'm gonna put low B tier. Utero? I don't know. We haven't had much time of him. He kind of seemed like a turd with his interactions with Aki. So I'll put him low C, and same with her. I mean, she's the equivalent. She's probably less turdy as him, because he was just more verbal or more vocal with Aki and everything. But I think they'll probably have more introduction as characters in season 2 going forward and everything, because they were just introduced like the last 2 episodes of the show, maybe. So I'll put them low C. All right, and honestly, Future Devil barely had any screen time, but he might be high B. Let me think about this. I don't know, man. He might be. And this is just off theory, because so far in anime season 1, I liked him a lot. I liked his introduction, because he's like super silly, like dingy personality, just acting like a goofball, having that silly English dub, which I liked a lot. Like, it's not bad English dub. I think it fits the character and personality really well. So I think it's a very, like, especially for it to be a devil, because most of the devils are very serious and like aggressive or mean, angry looking. I mean, he kind of is scary looking, but for the most part, like, he's friendly and silly. Like, he's more silly, but like he knows Aki's future and like how he's gonna die and blah blah blah. But like for the most part, he seems like a chill devil and has like a comedic personality. So hopefully he has a lot more screen time and interaction in season 2, because he just like partnered and contracted with Aki at like the end of it. So I'm interested to see like his involvement in the story going forward. So I'm putting him A, just like on how I feel he's gonna be involved as a devil character, because he's like one of the only ones who can actually like so far talk, because the fox doesn't talk, the hand ghost doesn't talk. This talks but only answers like short questions. But yeah, so like the ones that they're contracted with, like this is the one that really has personality and talks. So I'm excited to see how involved it is as a character. Technically right now I would say like top B, but overall I think they'll be like a lowish A. And honestly, like Sheena, this cop, I forget who, like, is this the guy in like season or episode 1 or 2, or not 1, but like 2 or 3, where he talks to Aki for a little bit? Because I think so. And like this guy looks like he's in the same spot, so I'm gonna put them in D tier, because I don't remember them at all for the most part, and they really don't have much involvement or any interaction, so I'm putting them D tier. Looking through all the names because I don't know who is who. Beam. So yeah, this guy, he's like the shark devil, which is really cool. I like his powers of being able to go through any like material walls or whatever. Oh, that's cool. You do double columns. I was worried about that, but I think I'm gonna put high C. I think I'm gonna like him a good bit, because like he seems very silly, quirky character and fun, and I really like his abilities so far. Even though he's introduced in the last episode, I do think I'm gonna like him a good bit, because he has like a kind of like a silly personality, like dingy, and he just likes to eat shit from the looks of it, and his abilities as a shark looks pretty cool and interesting. So I'll put him high C. And then I think this is Galgali. I forget how it is, but I'll put him next in line, because like again, his dialogue in the last episode I liked a lot. I found entertaining. He seems pretty funny, and probably not as quirky as Beam, but still has a fun kind of quirky personality. And like he was like doing martial arts or like karate kicks and shit, so like his fighting style is pretty cool. But I think he'll have like good character growth going forward. And then we have like Prenz or Prenzy. I will say probably right here, closer to lower C, because they don't talk. They're introduced into the show, but no personality tied to them or anything. But they are like a devil too, so like an 8-legged human devil, which is pretty cool. I'm just interested to learn more about them and see like who they are as a character. So yeah, that's about it with them. And then last but definitely not least is Angel Devil. So I'll probably just put Angel Devil at the end of these two here, because it's a new character introduced. I really like the character cosmetics of it, because they got those permanent angel wings and the permanent halo, and the fact that it's like the name Angel Devil is pretty cool. Like it's a cool concept. So I'm excited to see how they are as a character going forward. It seems like they're so far a defense player, because they don't like to hurt or harm anyone. So I like how like they put their wing around Aki to protect him from getting shot, and then Aki just knocked the guy the fuck out. So it's really cool. I look forward to, and then their ability, it's like if they touch someone skin to skin, or yeah, if there's any contact with the Angel Devil skin to skin, I forget if it's like they lose years of their life, or it absorbs their life, like it just kills them. I forget the technicalities of it, but I did like that a lot. So it's really cool, and kind of ironic for it being an angel, but it's also a devil, so it has that ability. So I'm interested to see how they use that ability towards others in the future. Like they could like psychologically trick someone, like, oh no, I surrender, here, take my hands, and then like absorb their life and kill them. So definitely interested to see how they use their powers going forward. Okay, 50 minutes of talking. Jesus Christ. Loss of oxygen, but hopefully this video gets a good amount of views, but mostly a good amount of engagement. So this is my tier list. I will save it and download it, so I can refer to it for like season 2 and season 3, or how many seasons they come out with, because I'll probably do this tier list per season. And I think it's fun because it's a good way to gauge like how you really view characters in terms of importance, and just like how you rank them. It's a tier maker, it's a ranking system, so it makes sense to rank them. But I do like this because it's kind of fun to see how you really place characters. But yeah, so comment your guys' thoughts below on if you think I'm an idiot for my rankings, or if you agree with them, or where you disagree. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I like this concept of a video. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about it, and I will see you guys in the next one.